Across America, the institution of marriage has been assailed, reduced to nothing. We hear so much about chosen singles, personal freedom, and cohabitation instead of marriage. We know that because marriage rates are declining, the age of marriage is rising, divorce rates are rising, and more than a fourth of all the births are out of wedlock. We see lower rate births, and they are dropping every year worldwide. Abortion is rising and becoming increasingly legal around the world. Many times, a career is gaining importance over marriage and family. The question that we must ask is marriage is really important? Absolutely. And perhaps there is a greater need now more than ever to understand why. And we can see in the family a proclamation to the world said we, the first presidency and the council of the 12 apostles of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, solemnly proclaim that marriage between man and woman is ordained of God, and the family is central to the Creator plan for the eternal destiny for His children. So we can see that marriage is not a right, it's instead a responsibility to keep the commandments of God. Marriage is a commandment, an essential step in the process for creating a loving family relationship that can be perpetuated beyond the grave. Marriage is central to the Creator plan, and as such, we should be righteous promote and integrity defend by every person concerned about the eternal destiny of God's children. We, as a follower of Jesus Christ, have a duty to defend this truth. Sister Julie P. Beck said, we have to know what we are fighting against. If our young people don't understand what they are fighting against, then they cannot prepare for the battle, and neither can you. For example, we have too many people who have different beliefs as marriage and they don't support the marriage. And some of the people believe that living together prior to marriage serve as an effective testing ground for marriage. But the statistics and the sociology investigation reveal that cohabitation is not right and it doesn't help a couple marriage for develop a good marriage. Instead, the most people who live together before marriage, they have a very high rates on divorce. Another example is the fear of losing their freedom with marriage. Like people think that they cannot going to be able to go with friends to go shopping without asking permit for the wife or woman. But this belief, I think, is wrong because a marriage based on a trust and belief can easily overcome these fears. Other major marriage critics takes issue with some of the old-fashioned aspect of the ceremony itself. Things like wearing white is super old-fashioned. But President Spencer W. Kimball tell us what is for him. He said, the mere performance of a ceremony does not bring happiness and a successful marriage. This requires forgetting of self, continue courting and obedience to the Lord's commandments. Also, Elder David A. Bednar said, as men and women, as husband and wives, and as a church leaders, can we see how the importance of marriage can be understood only within the context of the Father plan of happiness. The doctrine of the plan lead men and women to hope and prepare for eternal marriage, and is defeat the fears and overcomes the uncertainties that may cause some individuals to delay or abort marriage. Does mean that we must to know the principle of marriage. We need to understand that marriage is proclaimed by God and is a commandment of God. If we understand these correct principles, we're going to be able to defend marriage and overcome the fears that we must see around the world. Because some people are afraid too, because the divorce rates are high. And some people believe that they don't gonna achieve the marriage, or maybe that they are not prepared to marriage. But we must to understand that God give us a commandments when we can do it. If we have a faith and we believe in Him, we will be ready and prepared for marriage. I understand that some people have a promise in the marriage and some people come to divorce. And we are not judge these people, we are not to judge anybody. Everybody can feel what they need to do. But if we have the opportunity to defend marriage, for example, people who is married, who is struggling now, you can go therapies, study the scriptures to overcome the difficulties of marriage because it's not an easy task, but we can do it and we can fight against the, the Satan who wants us to believe that marriage is not important. As a young adults, we need to understand too that those our church leaders aren't worried about you. They want you to be happy. They want you to understand that marriage is important for you can take the next step to the eternity. We can make families, grow families, kids, and healthy families. I do know too that some people is not able to have a babies, but they have the promise of God that they will, if they keep the covenants of marriage, they will be have kids in the other life. If we achieve to keep our marriage healthy, we're gonna be a light on the world and we are helping to build the kingdom of God on this earth. We must to have faith and we must to defend marriage as it is central to the eternal plan of salvation. We need marriage for God to the eternity. I believe this so with all my heart, and I invite you to think about the importance of marriage. Please stand up for marriage. Be a light for others. Defend marriage by example and by words. I appreciate that you watching my video. Thank you so much.